feel good in that silver and black. Talk about the game, so I'll be handing out cards and everything. I'll be at every Raider game. So. Nation. I don't think I went live, but I think I'm live now, which is all good. You know, Turf is always struggle streaming. Shout out to all of Raider Nation today. Yeah, I got to see where I'm at with it, man. What is up, Raider Nation? Welcome to the Ultimate Raider Fan 32 Show. The one-stop shop for all things silver and black. Training camps winding down. Let me tell you, it's been anything but quiet in Henderson. Pads been popping, position battles heating up, and just when you thought you could breathe, bam! Jakorian Bennett shipped off to the Eagles in a surprise move that left some fans literally scratching their heads. Shout out to Protect the Shield. Chris, right? Shout out to our main man, Cheeto Linus, a.k.a. Leo. Part of that, TRS crew that's struggling a little bit with this one. You know, that's part of that head scratching. You know, we'll dive into what that trade means, how it reshapes our secondary, and why the front office might have pulled the trigger just days before our first preseason game. Buckle in, ladies and gentlemen. We got heat today. We got heat for sure. I want to double check though and make sure I'm running smooth. I see a few situations going on here that looks good. Looks like we're rocking on all aspects as far as YouTube, right? We got YouTube wide, we got YouTube short, vertical. Shout out to my people over on Instagram, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna pronounce who's watching, but Blasters, you know who you are. Shout out to Blasters. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. I think I'm good, so I am going to continue. If anybody is not hearing properly, right? You know how Turf is. It's always some kind of struggle somewhere, some way, some shape, in some form, man. But I think we good. I'm always about chat lives matter, so I'm gonna just start right off the rip, man. Eric, Raiders haters, Hunter, Erica Channel. Man, it's been a while since I seen you, my dude. Hope everything is well. Hope you're prospering, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. We got Gamer 16 in the building. Hello? Hi. Hello, Gamer 16. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you also enjoy the show. Yeah, let me know if you guys can't hear something. Anything along those lines. You know, Turf is always finding a way to struggle stream from one way or another. But we got this. We got this today. All right. So, we're going to dive right into it, right? We're going to start out. The one thing I did want to do is discuss Wilkins. I don't know how many people have really dove into the ramifications, right, of Wilkins' release. The context of it. And just in case, I figured I would make sure I, let you guys know the context of that. While people are still pulling up, man, here we be in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. We got my main man from down the street, Raider Ball in the building. Our boy Janty going to eat. Salute Raider Paul. Salute Huey. Everybody else coming through, man. Pull up. Grab yourself a drink, man. Let's kick it. Let's talk about this stuff, man. So, yeah, man. Late July, obviously, the Raiders released defensive tackle Christian Wilkins. He signed a 4-year, $110 million contract with the Raiders in 2024, including $84.75 million of that in guaranteed money. Guaranteed. So here's the breakdown of the context, right? The grievance, as well as the salary cap implications surrounding his release, right? 2024 season was shortened to 5 games, right? We know that. It was terrible due to a Jones fracture in his left foot requiring surgery. During the 2025 offseason, the Raiders' medical staff determined Wilkins required yet a second surgery, which he reportedly declined, opting for rehabilitation instead. Due to Wilkins' handling of the injury recovery and the disagreement over treatment, the Raiders voided the remaining $35.25 million of guaranteed salary in his contract June 4th, 2025, according to CBS Sports. So, some reports also suggest an incident involving Wilkins playfully kissing a teammate on the head, which is perceived negatively, might have contributed to the team's decision to release him. But according to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this incident and its potential impact on the team morale and conduct likely factored into the Raiders' decision-making process. The Raiders' official statement cited no clear path or plan for future return to play for Christian as the reason for the release. Now, let me dive in here real quick. Give you guys a little bit of what this grievance is, right? Man, my TikTok ain't working. I mean, it's working, but I think I got banned on TikTok, man. What's up with that, man? Banning me on TikTok? Man, TikTok started to be my favorite. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I digress. So, grievance. Wilkins, through the NFL Players Association, NFLPLA, right, filed a non-injury grievance to recoup the voided guaranteed money. The NFLPA is expected to argue that the Raiders wrongfully voided the guarantees and Wilkins is entitled to the full amount. The grievance will proceed to arbitration, where an independent arbitrator will review the arguments of both sides and issue a ruling. And that's really what it boils down to, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. And I mean, this is obviously really the number one thing that people want to know is what the salary cap implications are, right? So until the grievance is resolved, either through arbitration or a settlement, 40% of the disputed amount, which is roughly $14.1 million, remains as a salary cap charge for the Raiders in 2025. So this hit could significantly impact the ability to sign free agents in March of 2026, depending on when this grievance gets resolved, right? So that 14 plus is hanging on our head for next year until this gets resolved. Regardless of the grievance's outcome, the Raiders will still face a $30 million, well, to be exact, $29.775 million money charge in 26 due to the prorated bonuses in Wilkins' contract. Again, according to CBS. This is because signing bonuses and roster bonuses are spread out over the contract's duration for cap purposes, but the entire remaining bonus amount becomes dead money if the player is released before the contract expires. So, with all that being said, if Wilkins wins the grievance, the Raiders would be required to pay $35.2 million, further impacting salary cap space, which means, it wouldn't be that 14, it would be the whole 35. So in essence, Wilkins' situation with the Raiders is a complex one, involving disagreements about injury, right? Treatment, potential conduct issues, right? And a legal battle over millions of dollars in guaranteed salary. The outcome of this grievance will 100% have some serious significant implications for Wilkins' future, the Raiders' salary cap flexibility for the next 2 seasons, and pretty much all guaranteed money moving forward. There's going to be all kinds of clauses. There's been clauses in this one, I'm sure. But, hey, it is what it is. You got what you got. Doughboy is in the building from TikTok. At least I got one. So TikTok might be back working again. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. As always. So, I really did want to just go over that because I didn't know. And, I thought, do my little research today and try to drop some nuggets and give some people, a little bit of insight into this as well as everything else that's going on, right? We're going to dive into the deal with Jakorian Bennett, right? In exchange for the defensive tackle, Thomas Booker IV, shoring up the interior while sending away a coverage standout. Yeah, a lot of people aren't happy about that. We're going to have to talk about it, man. It's going to be interesting to say the least. That's what I have to say as to that right now. We got Raider Paul, Gino Vick. Baby, I like it. We got my dog, my right-hand man, Coach Angelo. Raider transplant Angelo. Told everyone over a month ago that I first heard that Bennett won't be a Raider from you. I did research and agreed with you. Gave my take on the show, and everyone was killing me. Well, hey, we all knew it. Well, I shouldn't say we all knew it. Anybody that knows and understands Pete Carroll's system, right? We knew it. That it's just not. It wasn't going to work out. So it is what it is, man. And as Angelo said, man, smash that like button. For everybody that's on X, TikTok, Instagram, anything outside of YouTube, please, if you don't mind, mosey on over to that YouTube channel called The Ultimate Raider Fan 32. Smash that like button. And please subscribe and turn on those notifications too. Last but not least, turn on the notifications. Make sure you don't miss this, right? Because we are always turning up and really giving some information that people may have not known. Because if you do watch and you watch me enough, I was in these YouTube streets last night with my nephew, Rundown. And we actually broke that Jakorian Bennett news mid-show. Tune in. Hit those notifications, man. Make sure you're tuned in and everybody from the Raider Syndicate, right? That's the way it goes. We got Reese Rock in the building. Wilkins' side is arguing he wasn't injured and therefore wrongly terminated. That's dope because, that's going to be a tough one, right? That's going to be a real tough one to prove in court against because the Raiders are going to have medical evidence. And obviously, it makes no sense for the Raiders to ask you to get to, get a second surgery if it's not necessary or needed. It just doesn't even make sense. So I don't see how he's going to win that battle. Maybe me just wishfully thinking, right? We'll have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. We're just going to have to wait and see. So, I mean, let's move it on down, man. You know, let's talk about it. Now that Bennett is out, cornerback battle is heating up. Darnay Holmes, who a lot of people thought was actually on his way out the door, who was re-signed in March, which I didn't know, and that's wild, right? Looks locked in. And guys like JT Woods, Thomas Harper, and Chris Smith are pushing for roles in the nickel and slot packages, right? Safeties, corners, intertwine, doing all those particular things, right? You know, linebacker, we lost Robert Spillane, of course, as well as Divine Diablo, so we needed some changes, right? Elandon Roberts, Devin White, and Jermaine Pratt. A group of fans largely feel improves the unit. If everyone can stay healthy, and I agree. I think our linebacking unit went from the worst to the best on the defensive side of the ball. Shout out to the linebacking core group, everything that went into making that room the way it looks right now, because I actually think it's potentially the strongest group that we have on both sides of the ball, which nobody would have guessed in a million years. You know, looking back from last year and what we lost, right? And things that those holes that were necessary to fill. I think we filled them in more ways than one. I love the fact that we picked up the kid that is a safety, but they've gotten him down more so as a linebacker. His name is drawing a blank right now. I'm sure I'll pull it up and it'll come through here somewhere. Yep, Jamal Adams, right? Jamal Adams, man. I think that stunt potentially could turn out to really make some noise for us with that linebacking core. I think the running game, regardless of our defensive line front, probably will fare better with what we see here in terms of the linebacking group and what they can do, right? The versatility that they have, the amount of mixes and matches of what they can do based on skill sets and size and speed. It's going to be interesting to see. Like, literally, it's going to be very interesting to see how this linebacking group comes together. And again, like I said, there's only a few other groups that I would consider to contend, right, and potentially be better than the linebacking group. And it's not hard to tell or no, in my opinion. I mean, it's only got so many groups, man, and it is what it is. So we're going to talk about that stuff, man. Like I said, the role of Jamal Adams, right, Jeremy Chin, Isaiah Polamau in versatile packages is going to be crazy, right? And with these new linebackers and the expectations coming, I have a feeling it's going to be a vibe, right? Now, look, when Turf says that, you got to remember, I actually have a reasonable record for us. And in fact, after this little stunt that we've all been privy to having to deal with in terms of our offensive line and our leader and our starting center, which is what we thought was our starting center now playing guard. I don't know, man. This front office, the coaching staff is gonna have a lot to deal with. This don't work out with Jackson Powers Johnson. We're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a real problem if this offensive line stunt does not pan out. I mean, I know plenty of people that are absolutely pissed, right? Looks completely pissed. So I don't know, man. Pete Carroll, you definitely made a splash, sir. You made a splash. A real, true, complete splash. And, it is what it is. Hey, I'm scooping up to the top of the line just because I see 3 letters at the end of this name. And I'm wondering if I know who this is. Lucas Tracy is in the building. Lucas Tracy, BJJ. I have the Raiders going 4-13. Wow. I take it you're not a Raider fan, Lucas? Where you from, Lucas? Houston? That's going to be my guess immediately, effectively. Houston, and you're probably a Texans fan, right? More than likely in Dallas, though. Cowboys, who knows? Welcome to the show, my dude. I appreciate you for coming. Hope you enjoy. I had the Raiders initially going 6-11. Yeah, 6-11. Was told that my Raider card needed to be pulled, right? All kinds of crazy. But now I even have us worse. Right now, I have us at 5-12, guys. Yeah. Turf has us at 5-12. I don't know any other way to say it, man. But, it's just what I got, man. So, hey, Lucas, I'm not too far behind you. And if you didn't know, Lucas, I just want to make sure, as everybody else, if you see the scrolling at the bottom, right? Tomorrow night, man, the knockout canvas. With yours truly, Raider transplant, man. Coach Angelo and Professor T. In terms of, combat sports, man. That's MMA, that's jiu-jitsu. That's the whole 9 yards, man. It's the whole 9 yards. Jersey in the building. That's what's up, Lucas. So, hey, I'm actually originally from Connecticut. Although all of my BJJ background is here, right, in Texas. I started training actually back in 2009, man. Got my black belt in 2021. So, welcome, bro. As always, man, anytime you walk up in any room with BJJ on there, and Turf is absolutely about to have to say something. So, yeah, man, welcome. Again, hope you enjoy the show. We got people in here. We got ASAP in the building. Shout out to Angelo for calling me a Karen because I can be one at times. He got me. Respect to your predictions. You all real ones. Killing the game. Appreciate you, man. As always, ASAP. Definitely always supporting the channel, man. Supporting all of us content creators, specifically Raiders, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. And I'm glad it looks clean because Turf works real hard on this. Turf works tough on the production, ladies and gentlemen. That's how I get down, man. We got L11 in the building. Salute Turfing Nation. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Last but not least, I swear, man, it's got to be the same person. They got a whole bunch of different names. I'm getting used to it. Savannah Bananas is in the building. I have a question. Guess what, Savannah? I have an answer. Go on ahead, throw it up there, and we'll have something for you. So, let me get back to it. Defensive line and front seven perspective. My bad. I did just completely skip over my TikTok people. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here, man, being a terrible host. We got Doughboy in the building, man. We got Alonzo and 13 in the building. We got Elise Gibbs in the building. We got Mike Stevens in the building, man. We appreciate y'all for coming through. Hope you enjoy this show. And again, if you're on X, if you're on TikTok, right? If you're on Instagram, any of these channels, please don't hesitate to mosey on over to the Ultimate Raider Fan 32 and YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button, them thumbs up, and subscribe. All right, so let's dive into it, man. Let's talk trenches. With Mr. Booker arriving, right? And Lecky Fotu added at the defensive tackle spot in March. Plus, obviously, Max Crosby, Tyree Wilson, and Fotu. The Raiders have plenty of size and versatility up front. Defensive coordinator Patrick Graham emphasized the need for multi-role defenders like Wilson and Chen to shift across fronts for matchup flexibility. I don't know how y'all feel about this. I'm not a big fan of Tyree Wilson. I don't think this project is going to pan out. I don't think he's going to be able to be multifaceted, right, and have the flexibility to play inside, outside, and wherever you see fit. I just don't see it, man. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays, right? We got a ton of other rookies, right, as far as defensive tackle position. I don't know. It's just looking bleak to me, especially to start this stuff at the beginning of the season. And let's keep it a bean, guys. Booker's role, previous to coming here, I mean, we could find one play. That was the best we could do, is find one highlight. And I think the highlight was actually the preseason game. I don't know. I'm not real confident in our defensive line. Are you guys confident in the defensive line? I am honestly curious about that. I don't think we're going to have a shot there. I hate to say it, man. I really do, but I think we're going to struggle. I think we're going to absolutely struggle in terms of defensive line play. And it's just not going to be a good look. Not a good look at all. So we'll have to see how this all plays out, ladies and gentlemen. Let me look at the chat because y'all are going buck wild today. Let's see. Let me see. All right, we see Lucas trade. Yes, sir. 17 years of training, brother. 17 years. We got Real Talk Raider Nation in the building. Appreciate you for coming through, my dude. Hope you enjoy the show. That must mean that 805 show is over. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the cleanest, best, most respected shows on the planet. Real Talk Raider Nation. Trust me, 805 Raider. Man, they got the War Room or the War Report. I don't know which one it is. Whatever it is, go like, subscribe. Yeah, you definitely don't want to miss anything that he produces. I'm telling you right now, it's always fire. You know, he's got my boys on there, Chris and Severe. So, yeah, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you for coming through and supporting, as always. I see Unleashed Rebel. I don't know if this is the first one you put out there. But one more win than last year with Pete. Janty Gino. Better online. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I know, man. I actually think we'll win 6 games. Well, I thought we would win 6 games. And after shuffling our offensive line around, right, and really not giving them any chance in hell to create any kind of cohesiveness and gel for this, camp. And I don't see it working. I see us trying to find our footing by week 5. It's going to be here. Pete will keep making roster changes, right? See, and that's the thing. If you do your homework and you pay attention to what guys are accustomed to doing, we all know that Pete Carroll is going to make a ton of roster changes. And when I say a ton, I mean a ton. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. It's all to be expected, man. It is absolutely all to be expected. So we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see how this chat is interesting, man. This is the only problem with doing a live show and you see a chat like this. You gotta love when the chat is popping, man. Shout out to the chat and the Raider Nation. Y'all, you see that chat lives matter? I haven't moved it, man. Y'all got it popping in the chat today. I appreciate that, man. This makes everybody feel good, man. Yep, everybody. Oh, snap. Reese Rock. Say word. Come through, Uncle Turf. Black Belt BJJ. I got the best gym in California for you. O's. Where you at, Reese Rock? Let me find out. We got a whole... Oh, I see it up here. Okay, yeah. Checkmat. Shout out to Checkmat. Hey, real talk. Hey, I'll give you props. Checkmat. Absolute representable place. Reputable place. You know, talent, outstanding. Yeah, I mean, obviously, right? Affiliations, you know, sometimes you never know what you're gonna get with that size of a affiliation in Checkmat. Checkmat is huge, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe. Not just you know what I'm saying, California, where Reese is at, but definitely well known, well respected. My lineage is a little wild, man, and y'all got me going through jiu-jitsu and stuff. We're supposed to be doing this tomorrow night. Reese Rock, come tomorrow night, right? You know what I'm saying? We gonna have all of this good conversation. Lucas Tracy, come tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. I'm gonna give y'all all the game, but real quick, as far as my lineage, man, it's a little wild, and I have to tell that story. I'll tell the full story tomorrow, but long story short, Team Rabati, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Muay Thai. Born and raised here out of Pflugerville, Texas. There is a second location in Georgetown. That's what we rep, man. We rep that elephant. Yeah, it's my guy. Shout out to the master, the head instructor, the ace boom, Professor Robbie Rabati. Yeah, and like I say, to go deeper into the rabbit hole. As far as I know, y'all gonna know who I'm referring to, and as far as the Ribeiro brothers, right? We hooked up and linked with the Ribeiro brothers, I want to say a decade ago. Sean G has been to our gym more than I can count. And then, obviously, man, another staple, Professor Lovato Jr. Bro. To say I've been blessed, I mean, and I can go on and on. We'll do that tomorrow, man. We'll do that tomorrow. I got to get back to this Raider Nation stuff, man. See how I easily just get flipped, man? Yeah, so, look, I see something from Unleashed. Unleashed says that he was giving JPJ that work in the scrimmage game. Who was? Y'all gotta, man, I'm about to have to hire somebody for this because the chat is live today, and I don't even want to talk about what I had get going down, man. Y'all really got it going on today. I see Geo Max in the building. Raider Nation. L11. I'd rather trade Tyree to the Eagles than JB. Bro, I'm not even a huge JB fan, and I have to agree with that. Yeah, I have to agree with that. Man, yeah. Wow. So, Al, you think our D-line is top 10 to 20? We weren't that with Wilkins. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. We got my cousin in the building, man. Steve Jones. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show as always, man. I agree with you on Tyree Wilson. I'd rather have Charlie Wilson. For y'all that know. I mean, yeah. Anywho. Yeah, I mean, it's tough, man. It's tough. It's a tough situation. And we're gonna be we're gonna be dealing with a lot this season. Real tough. We got David in the building, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. And I don't like the fact that this guy got hurt, but I think it made a lot of sense as to why we allowed him to walk. and that is our boy Nate Hobbs. For y'all that don't know, Nate Hobbs was the first rookie jersey I'd ever bought in my life. Hopefully you guys know enough. I played ball through college. I was one of those dudes that there was just no way on God's green earth I was wearing any man's jersey when I still had the ability to play myself. You know what I'm saying, fellas? Like, I was my own hero. I wore my own cape. This is why I never really was on the DC characters and all of this superhuman stuff. I just always felt I was that dude. And it would be an embarrassment to be walking around with some other dude's name on a jersey that's still playing, bro. Nah. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? That's correct. I'm just telling you how your boy felt back then as a young buck, brash, just feeling himself, right? And, that expectation. I knew I was going to the league. I don't know about a lot of y'all growing up and doing this thing in the grind. I knew I was going to the league. I knew it till I got to college. And that's when it all hit. And I was like, yeah, this is where it's real, and I get it now. I get it. I really do. But I couldn't do that. I couldn't. Hobbs was the first rookie jersey, and you're talking when he got him. And I didn't get it the first year. I was too scared. I got it like the second year. Actually, I might even got it the third year. And of course, we traded him after, which makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I couldn't get down with it, man. I couldn't get down with it. We got my man, bro. Protect the Shield, BTS. Some Shield Squad peoples is up in here, I'm sure. Appreciate you for coming through, my dog. What's good, Turf? Yeah, I just couldn't do it. So, but that was my first one, man. That was my first one. So that kind of hurts my heart for him, man. I've always wanted him to do well in terms of, Nate Hobbs. It's unfortunate, man. It's just unfortunate. We got Silver and Black Coffee over in TikTok. My God. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Raider Nation for life. Now they're moving Powers Johnson to guard instead of being center. Silver and Black, nobody is happy about that. Nobody knows what's going on there. Nobody has a clue. Nobody understands what's going on right now. It's, a lot of us have been supporting Pete Carroll like nobody's business. He better damn sure have an explanation for this if and when it goes downhill. Real talk. Man, I'm telling you right now. Pete. Yeah, you got to do something, Pete, because a lot of these things that are going on right now in this training camp, I don't think a lot of people agree with, and I'm right with them, man. I'm right with them. So be ready. That's all I can say is be ready and be prepared, man. Again, shout out to everybody on X, Instagram, TikTok, all of the platforms, Twitch. If you don't mind, please mosey on over to YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe. All right, so let's switch it on over to the other side of the ball, right? We got offensive depth in key battles on the offensive side. The biggest news call is the center battle. Why is it even a battle? Hear me out. Jackson Powers Johnson versus Jordan Meredith. Meredith has gotten early reps with O-line first team, pushing Powers Johnson to guard Pete Carroll says the competition makes everyone better. Meanwhile, rookie Ashton Janty, okay, we got something. He's drawing plenty of buzz after signing a fully guaranteed deal and turning heads in camp with his all-around running back skills. Look, I'm going to talk about it because I hope it gets out. I hope, look, because I want Ashton Janty to be that guy. We need Ashton Janty to be that guy. We absolutely need it. There is no room for error here. And I'm just not, man, I have been very critical of this pick for obvious reasons and a lot of reasons and good reasons. People are going to think I'm hating. I'm a hater. It has nothing to do with that. I can read the context clues. Look, anybody that's lived, they're going to have some experiences that trigger, right, those tipping points. There are things that I'm seeing in Ashton Janty that I don't know, man. I hope they're all lies. I hope it's just right. Social media and, people having a blast saying whatever they want to say. But I was not happy with what I heard in terms of Ashton Janty. And let me explain, because I'm going to read this title. And it's y'all probably gonna say, "Oh, Turf is tripping," right? But Raiders rookie Ashton Janty shops for a $15.5 million mansion with 18-car garage after signing a $35.9 million contract. So you already rocking off half of your bread on just the house with 18-car garage and no cars in it. That's what we doing. I mean, I don't know if y'all caught this, man. And look, maybe it was just one of those things. But what concerned me when we very first got him is that Pete Carroll threw this kid under the bus without realizing he threw him under the bus a bit. And it kind of just went by the wayside and nobody's paid attention to it. And I don't know if y'all recall where he said he had to get on his behind a little bit in practice to get him going. Ashton Janty, a rookie. The number one running back draft, I didn't like that comment, man. I didn't like that comment at all. And in fact, it should have been the opposite. You want somebody like that. You want to hear those comments that you're hearing about Cam Ward, being the first to get there 4 a.m. Did y'all hear what Cam Ward had to say? That man said, my daddy got up at 4:30 a.m. for his whole life for a job he didn't like. The least I can do is get up at the same time for a job I actually do love. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for 73-year-old Pete Carroll to have to be the players coach to motivate the brand new rookie running back that I wasn't even happy with to begin with, because we all know Omarion Hampton is my guy, right? If I'm going to pick one running back, it was close between Henderson and Hampton. Those were my two. That could be 1A and 1B, however you want to see it. There's a couple of other guys you can sprinkle in there. But, man, I'm nervous, bro. I'm nervous. Everyone keeps talking about how tiny Ashton Janty is. There's so many red flags that I've already seen. And I'm just making sure I voice it now. I want it to get out there. I want these narratives to start hitting this young rookie ASAP. I want them to hear all the negative. Why? Put them in check. We've already had tragedy in Vegas. We don't need it. We don't need it. Learn from the past. Learn from your elders, man. I can't stress this enough, and I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I'm worried. Yeah, I am. So, Yeah, I think I talked about all of that, right? Running back skills, C versus RG competition. Running back room. I mean, Janty's gonna, contribute early. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? In the wide receiver room, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know how I went from Mr. Optimistic to the worst on the planet, man. To the worst on the planet. L11, you sticking out to me right now. Baxter, I need answers for this JPJ situation. Man, I need way more than answers. I need a whole lot more than just answers. I've heard that he doesn't read defenses well. How? How did he do so well the second half of the season with the previous regime if he can't read defenses so well? Like, we got it, man. Something's not right. Something's not right. Something's not right. We got L11, man. I wanted Judkins or Henderson. On the late round, Martinez, the kid from Miami, bro. L11, you talking that talk right now. Because all of those are fabulous options, not at 6. And you can get yourself a guard or a tackle or a defensive tackle at 6. And now we're not in the situation we are on both sides of the ball. There's a lot of answers that are going to happen from this regime, man. I'm not understanding a lot of things that they're doing. I'm just going to say it straight up like that, man. And hey, me and Chris, when we start, man, Chris and I'm always making Chris upset. And now when Chris is feeling me, y'all know we got problems, man. We got problems. We got problems. Yeah, we definitely got problems. So that's where I'm at with it, man. Let me see what Reese Rock got going on. He's got a paragraph up here. With 4 to 5 weeks before the season, this should have been mini camp stuff. Correct. We need to win the first 3 games. Chargers versus Chiefs. Then we play the Chargers. We can have a good or blown opportunity. See, you're starting to think and see things the way that I do. And the bottom line is, I don't know how anybody sees us getting out of this first 3 games unscathed. How? We're playing with fire as far as these combinations and mixing and matching, and nothing's going to be solidified for week 1 in Patriot land while we're playing at 10 o'clock in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all go tell me, outside of the Ravens, when the last time we've gone to the East Coast and just done well at 10 o'clock in the morning. It don't work. It don't work like that. It hasn't been working like that. You know what I'm saying? It just hasn't been working like that. And it's time to start being real about this stuff, man. I'm tired of being Mr. Optimistic, wanting to play nice, make everybody feel good. Oh, yeah, our defensive line is great. It's not great. It's not great. Shout out to my nephew, man. Shout out to the show they had with Q, right? Y'all already know Q is my guy. But I wanted him to call Q out when Q had the nerve to say that we going to be good without Wilkins. Like we was good with him for the 5 games we had. Or like we were 4-13. What was good about that? I don't understand. Where does this good come from? Where does we're gonna be? How do you just replace a Pro Bowl defensive tackle and you talking about we gonna be good? This is wild to me. This is wild talk. I just don't understand it. You got 3 bootleg guys as far as tackles in the draft because you didn't prioritize it, right? Because I'm mind boggled that these ideas that people think we're just gonna be fine with all of this. We're gonna just be great, bro. And then last but not least, we don't even have a number 1 wide receiver. What offense doesn't have a number 1 wide receiver? We Gucci. We'll do it. We're gonna be fine. Oh, we did it last year. You know, we were fine last year at 4-13. How are we fine anywhere at 4-13? I'm. Where's the delusion? Somebody help fix me, because right now this has by far been the worst offseason leading up to the season I have ever witnessed. If you thought I was mad with the Patriots regime and Josh McDaniels, boy, if this don't work out, Pete Carroll, ooh-wee. Oh, man. I'm telling y'all right now, there's a lot of answers. There's a lot of answers that's going to have to come from Pete Carroll's mouth. Not just, right? There's just a lot. There's a lot. Yeah, so I'm not as optimistic. And as of right now, I mean, winning one game more than we did last year is an absolute miracle to me at this point. At this point, that's how I'm seeing it. Yep. That's where I'm at with it, guys. I know. Turf being the Debbie Downer. Yeah. I don't know. Where am I at with it, right? I see we got Raider fan for life in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. Interesting times being a Raider fan. That's where I'm at with it. Interesting times being a Raider fan, right? So, I mean, I don't even know if I have much on the wide receivers. It's probably the most depressing room for me, because this is the funny thing. Everybody keeps saying our offense is going to be better than our defense. And we don't have a number one wide receiver. Our offensive line, it's toast to me at this point. They don't know what they're doing. We're playing against the worst defensive line potentially in the AFC. It's definitely the worst defensive line in our division. So if you're doing anything against it, yeah. If you're anything against it, I don't understand. Man, this has been a very, very rough few weeks, man. It's been a rough few weeks leading up to all of this. I've gotten through, man. I have the depth charts, right, that I wanted to pull up. I haven't even been able to get through this show. Just being stuck on the stupid stuff we're doing. We're stuck on some of the dumbest stuff I've ever seen the Raiders do in my life. I'm sorry. I just can't pass this. I have not seen anything this asinine in years. Like, I don't understand. Tell me you want to break the best lineman that you had as a rookie last year and show him who's boss or whatever this mess you're doing in terms of JPJ and Meredith. The kids never. How do you go from never playing center to now you're the best option over a dude that won the Harlan trophy in NCAA for the best center in the NCAA? The best. But here we are with Meredith. Someone's never played center a day in his life. A day in his life. Not even in Pop Warner. But he's good. It's going great. I don't know, man. I'm really stuck. Yes, it's the Remington Award. Thank you, David. The Remington Award. How do you go from winning the Remington Award to not being able to beat out a dude that's never played and barely can even play the position he's drafted for? Bro, none of this is making sense, man. None of it. We got David, 9-8, 10-7 the ceiling for this year. That's a joke, bro. But it's gonna be a physical 9-8 and 10-7. They're gonna have to give us a reason to watch past Halloween. David, I'm sorry. I know. And this is, man, if you would have actually, hollered at me even a year ago, I would not be as much of a Debbie Downer as you're hearing today. I'm sorry. Turf is usually one of the most optimistic, upbeat, happy Raider fans you're ever going to meet in life. But I can't do it. I can't do it. Not with what they're doing. Until I see it working. Right? Until I see it working. I got a problem. I got a whole problem. And I'm glad to see, man. People are agreeing with your boy. Straight up. We got Reese. I can't help you understand how we're guaranteed to win 10 games. But first, I'm going to need season tickets. Yeah, that ain't happening. Ain't happening. That sounds like Violator. Shout out to Violator. Somebody was obviously jacking your handle name, man. Talking about he had seats in section C134, row 2 for $300 for the opener. Come on, man. If you didn't know, I didn't miss a game. I didn't miss a single home game for the first 4 years in Vegas. So trust me, I know about every section and what seats cost. And if you think you're going to get a seat in section C134, row 2 for $300, I don't even think you're going to get that during the game that they just had for all the fans just against each other's scrimmages. If you think you're going to get that, I got this best beach property right on the Atlantic in Omaha, Nebraska for you. I mean, you are going to love it. You're going to love it, trust me, if you think that. If you really believe that. So, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's driving me crazy, man. Driving me crazy. Unleashed Rebel. We have a stud so far in Thornton at wide receiver. Fetch. Trey Tucker is looking good. Ashton Janty at running back. Max and Kuntz is back. So look, see, this how y'all gonna get W down. Y'all gonna get this heat, bro. Y'all gonna get this. What has Tucker done, bro? What has Trey Tucker done? And I don't want to hear about he didn't have any quarterback, right? Quarterback play. Why did Brock Bowers just go off then? He didn't have no quarterback play. Look, I don't hate Trey Tucker, but I'm just saying he hasn't been able to separate himself. I don't understand why we're keep hoping and keeping hope alive and giving out these Raiders scholarships. Trey Tucker, he's looking good against us guys. We don't have a single returning cornerback. I don't even think any of our returning safeties are coming back. They're all gone. Like, where is this production going to just magically come out of the thin air against one of the toughest divisions in NFL football? I don't get it. And yes, Unleashed Rebel. Beautiful point. Meredith was graded as a top 5 guard last year, so let's move him to center. That sounds like the right thing to do. He's top 5. We got to get him out of there. Put him somewhere he's never played. That makes all the sense in the world for me when you're trying to get the season started. We're going 0-3 at the beginning of the season because we won't even know our head from our ass until week 5. We won't even know it. Duh, which way did he go? I am really confused. I am beyond confused. I've gone through a whole hour. Everything's went out the window today. All the notes. You got Chris up here agreeing with me with that. Y'all gotta understand this is something wild. Yeah, this is something wild. And I don't know anything else. Yeah. I don't get it. Yeah, Al. Again, why is our second round pick a second string wide receiver that won't get any separation? He's never burning anybody downfield as far as Fetch is concerned. He'll be lucky to get open in the NFL, in my opinion. Like, he's playing our defense. He's playing our defensive backs. We don't have any defensive backs. And we just got rid of the only one that mattered. Literally the only defensive back we've had all season last year that mattered is now gone for a dude that we probably should pay in freaking nachos. I don't even. Oh my God, bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, for real, this is crazy to me. This is crazy to me. We got Mike Noach. I think is how you pronounce that. Appreciate you for coming through, my guy. I hope you enjoy the show. My man says, how will the Kansas City Chiefs do for 2025? As they always do. They'll be consistent. They'll win 11, 12 games. They'll be right there. They'll win the division. Denver has a shot, though. Denver has a shot. And y'all know that I hate the donkeys with a passion. With a passion. But yes. Denver, yes. Denver might do something this year, guys. It's the worst team. I can't stand that team, but they might do something this year. I don't know what else. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared for that one. I'd much rather everybody else. I hate the donkeys. I absolutely despise the donkeys. Hate the donkeys. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I don't know, man. I am. This is all thrown off my whole, season as far as the start. I mean, I am going to New England for the opener. Shout out to Black Hole. Shout out to Jeff, President. I'll be there. It's hometown. Well, Connecticut is hometown, not Foxborough, not Boston. But yeah, I'm going to that, and I don't think we're winning. I don't think we're winning. And then we come home to the Chargers. And then we have to watch the best running back of this draft. Probably stomp a mud hole in us. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Man, I have not even gotten through. Look, let me get through because I do want to touch on some of the roster situation. So let me dive on in, man. Teams, bubbles, and position battles. Right now, we're getting to the running back side of things. Turf wanted to leave some of this stuff for last. The best for last in terms of position. And y'all know Turf. His favorite position is running back, man. Shout out to David C. Bucks fan. Good luck this season to you as well, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy. We welcome all walks of life in terms of what team you love here on the Ultimate Raider Fan 32. Obviously, we're going to be talking Raiders all day, but any and everyone is welcome. So yeah, appreciate you for tuning in. Yeah, training camp is where the final roster takes shape. The running back depth behind Janty includes Raheem Mostert, Sincere McCormick, and you already know your boy Zeus, Zamir White. Unfortunately, everybody hopefully knows that Lonnie Johnson Jr. broke his fibula, so he's out. He's out for the season. Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be strange as far as that safety position, because obviously we have two new starters, right? And now we just lost someone they were really high on. Really, really high on. So I'm a little nervous about that. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about that. So how do y'all feel? I mean, I've already given what I think is going to be the case in terms of what running backs we have. I think you will have clearly Ashton Jeanty at number one. Raheem Mostert is filling in. And I think my man Sincere McCormick is going to get some decent touches this year. I really believe that. I just don't see Ashton Jeanty or Raheem Mostert holding up the entire season. I don't see little man doing it, as they've been calling him all over everywhere. Little man, he's so tiny. This, that, and the third. Even my boy, even Leo was like, dude, man, when Turf see Jeanty, he is going to have a fit. I don't know why, because he's me. Meaning, like, my size, same height as. I've said this a bazillion times. I am literally Emmitt Smith. 5'9", they measure me at 5'9", 205. I think Emmitt Smith, 5'8" and 3/4, 209. Emmitt Smith, exactly the same. And even Leo is like, I don't even know if he's 5'9", bro. Everybody that talks about, this little dude, like, obviously swole. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, he can chuck weight all over the place, pause. But that has nothing to do with this league and the abuse and what he's going to have to deal with week in and week out. I just don't see it. I don't see it. So, absolutely, my guy is going to, get some burn in terms of Sincere McCormick. Yeah, I really think he will. Preseason week 1. It starts Thursday. Y'all already know. That watch party hopping. Watch party is going to be popping Thursday. And you know where we're watching it. Dead in the water with your co-host, Toph and Spence. We'll probably have a bunch of people. Well, with that one, it's a lot, right? First preseason game of the season. We are going to be locked on 100%. But the beautiful thing about this one is, right, Geno, and I wonder, do we think Geno will see any time? No, right? Any of the first stringers? What do you think? Do we think any of the first stringers will play at all? Even a little bit? First series? 2 series? What are y'all thoughts on that? Do you want them to? I think by the last preseason game, they should be playing a half. And their bodies should be acclimated and ready for the season so that games 1 through 3 aren't getting yourself up to speed. So that games 1 through 3 aren't getting yourself up to speed. I'm taking one out of Dr. Umar's book. So games 1 through 3. You got to say things 3 times. If you didn't understand that reference to Dr. Umar. You got to say things 3 times. If you didn't understand that reference to Dr. Umar. You got to say things 3 times. If you don't understand that reference to Dr. Umar. Dude, these YouTube streets are messy. But yeah, I mean, they're going back home, man. The Seahawks, they're struggling, right? They got a whole new regime. It's a lot. It's a lot for them. I think they're in more of a problem situation than we are, as far as the Seattle Seahawks are concerned. But you know what? We got to jump, man, because it's 9:10, and I've spent a ton of time on things I had no intentions of spending it on. I'm just going to touch over these because I know it's late. Defensively, though, I definitely wanted to discuss this, right? Defensively, defensive ends, Max Crosby, Malcolm Owens. It makes sense, man. Now, as far as D tackles are concerned, they got Lecky Fotu behind Adam Butler, right? And then they have Zach Carter behind Jonah Laulu. I'm okay with that. I'm all right with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm totally all right. Uh-oh. We just broke some news. Talk to me. Talk to me, ASAP. What news we just broke? What news did we just break? And I see you, David. If we get Janty and McCormick impersonating Wheatley and Gardner, I'll take it. I like that, David. I just need a reason to stay home on Sunday instead of picking up shifts on Sunday. You're killing my winter plans, fella. I know. I'm sorry, bro. I am so sorry. Yeah. And you are absolutely right, ASAP. 100%, man. I appreciate you for that because it's true. I do it from the heart, man. And this is my team. I love them to death. I've loved them from day one since I started playing this game. Marcus Allen is the reason that I've worn that number 32 my whole entire career, from Pop Warner all the way through college. And I'm always repping the silver and black till the day I die. It's just what it is. That's how we get down, man. That's how we get down. So, but yeah, I digress. Back to defensive tackles, right? Because as you can see, J.J. Pegwis and Tank Booker are third string. Trevin Mai and Keandre Coburn. Bro, this is a problem. Yeah, this is a problem. Whoa, David, you live in Alaska? Woo! Shout out to David. I had a homeboy that lived in Anchorage. I want to say he actually is from Anchorage. I know that sounds crazy. A black dude. Now y'all like turn lying. A black dude living in Alaska. Real talk. Yeah. So, wow. Alaska. You might be the first, David. Appreciate you for kicking it with us, for real. Yeah, I really do. So yeah, like I said, Pegwis, Tank Booker, Trevin Mai. I don't see any of these guys doing anything. I mean, at first, good luck. That's what I have. What I do like is the defense and play. I like that Coon Snowden situation on one side. Tyree Wilson is Tyree Wilson. I've talked enough about him. I'm just not going to get worked up about it. I just want y'all to understand that Jalen Carter is who we should have over Tyree Wilson. So, yeah. What? David, 56-year-old black man, been here since 79. Say word. You might. It's almost impossible. You're going to have to know who my boy is. You would have to know his family, right? How many other brothers is up in Alaska, bro? That's wild. L11, now you really lying. They got hoods in Alaska. Police. Ice hoods? Come on, man. What they fighting over? Ice? Polar bears? You crazy, man. There's no way. But yeah, like I said, That Tyree, we shouldn't even be talking about this. It should be Adam Butler and Jalen Carter at defensive tackle. That's what it should be. I'm never going to give that up, ladies and gentlemen. I am never going to give that up. I'm never going to give that up. So, yeah, you're going to have to get tired of hearing Turf talk about Jalen Carter till I die. And I will be in these YouTube streets. Yeah. Yep. So, let's go back to it. So now, we've already discussed, right, the defensive ends. And personally, I think Ja Joyner, shout out to that CT homeboy, representing Danbury, Connecticut. I think Ja passes Tyree. I think he's going to sit comfortably behind Max, and he's going to get some burn. I really, really think he's going to get some burn. Big time. So, we'll see. We will see. Obviously, all of these people are not going to be on this roster, even after week 1, right? You're going to see some serious cuts. Now, we're getting to the sweet spot. I am so excited about this linebacking core. It is by far the best unit on this side of the ball. And again, I've already said it potentially can be the best unit on the team. You got Jermaine Pratt starting at one side of the outside. You got Devin White starting at the other side. And you got Landon Roberts in the middle. Bro, you run a 4-3 or even a 3-4. Man. I'm letting y'all know right now, this room got good. This room got good overnight. Bro, this room got good overnight. You got Jamal Adams backing Jermaine Pratt with Amari Gaynor behind Jamal? Bro, that is strong. That is strong. And then you got Devin White with Jalen Smith backing him up. We were just talking about him in our chat. Do y'all know what Jalen Smith might look like if he didn't have that knee injury? That just gruesome, nasty injury? You just don't know, right? And then you got Matt Jones behind him. But what's even better for the middle linebacking core? Because I honestly think Severe is going to get his wish. Shout out to Severe, the Severe Raider. My guy, I think your boy Tommy's going home. I think Tommy Eichenberg is going home, bro. Elandon Roberts is going to have that middle sewn up, I think, because of his run game ability. They'll find a way to figure that out, right? And then Pratt, right, moving them in there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Alex. Roberts, Pratt, and White sound like a solid law firm. It really does, bro. That's why I had to put this up there. It does, bro. Like, yeah, it does. But I digress. Yes, I think this is the best room we got. I really do. I think Cody Lindenberg, he's going to edge out Tommy. Barrett, who knows? He's been around for a while. Maybe he makes it. I doubt it. But we'll have to see. I think you're looking at Elandon Roberts, Cody Lindenberg. I don't know. We'll have to see how many they keep, right? I'm not going to go and find the roster cuts until we get closer down. We have to eliminate some of these people. We already know some of them are going to be gone, right? Now, we got to talk about the secondary. This is where I start getting heartburn. Somebody give me my Tums. Yeah, I need my Tums. I need something. Heartburn's kicking in. We got starting corners, man, that I've never played with us, and that's Darian Porter and Eric Stokes, right? Jakorian ain't here no more, so I have to change that up, right? Jakorian's no longer here. You got JT Woods, who they were really high on anyways. I mean, really high. They've been talking a lot about this kid JT Woods. So I'm going to be okay there, man. Jakorian Richardson, hopefully he takes a stride, man. Hopefully he takes a stride, because it's not going to be good if he doesn't. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not. He did not have a good year last year. Jakorian Richardson did not have a good year last year. No, it was not good at all. So, look, he's going to have to do something. I'm sorry. He's going to have to do something to stay on this team. I'm still trying to figure out why they have him above Sam Webb. And the only reason I'm assuming is the size. It's the size. My man, Farrell in the building. Salute. What up, Turf? Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. That is the better half of Severe and Pharaoh, and they have their show, which is coming on tonight right after mine. I think they're getting ready to gear up, man. So y'all definitely got to go rock with them. Another flawless, amazing show. Pharaoh is sick with it when it comes to production. Everything you can ask for. You're going to be happy with watching that show. Again, get your beer ready, whatever it is that you like to drink, and be entertained, man. Be entertained, because you will be. And Pharaoh, no. I do not like that trade, man. I do not like it at all. Not even a little bit. And I don't even like Jakorian Bennett like that. So, kind of goes to show you where I am with that. So, yeah. I'm just going to brush through this, guys, because we're going to fly through the offense. You know what I'm saying? We're going to definitely fly through this offense. Because it's almost 9:30. And I got to get ready to go do my research and watch my homeboys, right? You know what I'm saying? All my guys produce great content, man, and I can't wait to catch up. So that's what I'm doing right now. We're gonna fly through these safeties. You got Jeremy Chen and Cole Mile. I'm okay with that. Chris Smith, you know what I'm saying? He's got to show something this year. Trey Taylor, another one I think really should stand out. I'm expecting to see him a lot in preseason. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know. We're going to have to figure that part out. But let's move on over to the offense before it's time to get up out of here. Right? Oh, Hold on a second. I got to get it right from my, where is it at? Hold on. I'm going to get it right. Hold on. Yep. I'm going to get it right for y'all. Real quick. There we go. Dang. You know what? I'm going to just pull it all the way through, man. There you have it. Pulling it all the way across for my vertical. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure that the vertical can see. But let's go through it. Wide receiver, right? You got Dante Thornton Jr. behind him. Don't know who Colin Johnson is. Don't know who Justin Shorter is. Don't know who Cedric Jackson is. Don't know any of those guys. And apparently we are playing with a 3-wide set because we have a slot, I'm assuming wide receiving core, where it looks like it's Jacoby Myers, right? Alex Botman. And touchdown, Tommy! I'm going to keep it real. I haven't heard great things, man. He's still not flashing out there for whatever that means and whatever that's going to be. But y'all already know, me and Touchdown Tommy go way back. We talk about that those baby. Bobcat born, Bobcat bred. Gonna be a Bobcat to the day I'm dead. Oh yeah. Touchdown, Tommy. Third spot, man. I hope he make it, bro. I hope he make it. And then last but not least, man, Trey Tucker starting out as the number 2. Jack Bash, Philip Dorsett, and then Seth Williams. They also have this Kawan Baker. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, obviously the best group that we have. Our tight ends, right? Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, Ian Thomas, and Kadir Ishmael, who is the nephew of the great Rocket Ishmael and the son of Raheem Ishmael. Yeah, that's an interesting situation. I'd be interested to see how many tight ends we keep. I'm assuming 3, not 4. So it's going to be a good battle, right? And when you got your genetics, right, and your bloodline come from the Ishmaels, I'm not betting against you. I'll just put it that way. I'm not betting against you. So, at right tackle, you got DJ Glaze, Thayer, Mumford. My bad. I like Glaze at right tackle. Although I would have been okay with him moving in the guard, and going to draft a real tackle, something along those lines. I digress. I don't want to get back into that. We got 2 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. I got to get out of here. I got to get y'all out of here, right? You know what I'm saying? We've been on the show for a little too long, listening to Turf rant and rave and cry and complain about the things going on here recently. But, I mean, the biggest problem, man, is the guard, bro. Right guard. Jackson Powers Johnson or Alex Cappa. That is just, it's blasphemy. I don't know, bro. I don't know what else to say, man. I'm just not happy. I'm not happy with this. Why are they messing with this kid? It's just not right. It's just not right. I don't know anybody that's going to say. I've heard Lincoln Kennedy started having, strong opinions and, kind of resembling let the coaches coach, etc. But I just can't rock with this one. It's going to bother me. I'm going off on this one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm done. I'm just going to leave it here. I'm looking into the camera on this one. The games being played on the offense and defensive line is going to be why we are 5-13. It's really what it is, man. It's really what it boils down to. The games are won and lost in the trenches. It's always been that way, and it will always continue to be that way. And for the life of me, I don't understand the logic of what Pete Carroll and company are doing with the offensive line. I believe his son is leading that group. And I am definitely unhappy with what I'm seeing. I'm unhappy with the decisions that Pete Carroll has been making. And I don't think it's bringing the team together. In fact, all of this quote-unquote competition that he thinks he's creating and displaying is causing nothing but the same reason why you can't get a superstar to come to Las Vegas now to perform. We are a freaking circus. We don't know how to treat players, man. You really think someone's gonna come here with a max deal after watching how we're doing Wilkins, right, wrong, or indifferent? Do you really think anybody wants to come here when they see how we're dealing with JPJ? It's disheartening. It's disheartening, man. It's disheartening. And you know what I mean? I pray that at least the coaching staff has the nuts and the reality to understand that you better be telling these players what's going on. I I'm okay with us being in the dark and them allowing us to think that we think they're in the dark along with them. But, man, if y'all killing JPJ's confidence, I swear to goodness, man. It's unforgivable, man. It's unforgivable. Enough is enough. Front office, Pete Carroll, all of y'all, get this shit together. Y'all know I don't even curse. But I'm very upset with what's going on right now because none of it makes sense. And, you know, time will tell, man. Thursday is going to be a huge eye-opener. And the bottom line is the centerpiece, unintended, of a guy that's never played the position is probably going to get tested. So, y'all be prepared, man. Y'all be ready because it's not going to be sweet. I don't think we're going to have a fun outing on Thursday. Maybe with some, you know, third, fourth quarter play from some surprising guys that, you know what I mean? We didn't think, but that's about all I have to look forward to, in my opinion. So that's where I'm at with it. Ladies and gentlemen, this was an episode of The Ultimate Raider Fan 32. As you know, tomorrow night, the Knockout Canvas. Thursday, Dead in the Water. Friday, Saturday, look out for any kind of watch parties, right? Thursday, we'll be watching the game. Dead in the Water. Probably have guests, all that good stuff. Man, we just going to keep grinding, man. Keep grinding. Hang in there, Raider Nation. Hang in there. I mean, better days are coming. They have to. History repeats itself. We will hold up the Lombardi Trophy again, and it's just a matter of time. It's 9:32. Right at 32. Perfect timing. Peace. Turf is out. Later.
Raiders! Let's go, baby! We all the way on the fourth row, baby! You look good in that silver and black. Talk about the game, so I'll be handing out cards and everything. I'll be at every Raider game. So.